Hello, everybody. Wow. I'm so glad to be here. What's it by the time? Okay, good afternoon, everybody. For all the speakers that have spoken so far, I've actually learned a lot. I've gained a lot from the speakers that have spoken. And I also want to share the little things I have. I'll be very fast. I'll be very brief, and I'll be very direct. So for those that already know me, for those of you that already know me, I'm a very real person. I'm real. When I mean I'm real, 1 + 1 is 2. I don't believe life is rocket science. Let me put it that way. So I have key points here. Everything I'm going to say tonight, I have key points on my notes. It's very, very short. I'll be very direct. But trust me, everything I'm going to say tonight is very, very important. If you want to make money, it's very, very important. So first thing is, I'll start with millionaires sell stuffs and take risk. Billionaires buy and sell businesses. So now let me break it down. If you want to make money, you want to be a millionaire, you want to make millions of naira, you want to make billions of naira, you have to analyze those that have done these things. You have to analyze, you have to see what they've done. For most millionaires you'll find out there, they take risk, they sell stuff, they sell anything online, they sell music, they just sell their stuff and they take risk. But you see billionaires, you can't see somebody that is worth $1 billion that's not buying and selling business. It's not possible. You can't see. So they buy and sell business. Now I'll come back to this point. I want to narrow down what I have to share to connect better with us and to our level. And by the way, at the end of this short session, I'm going to ask one question, and whoever gets the answer right, I'm going to give that person something. It's going to be a gift in cash. So it's just me personally giving the person. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, the next key point I have here is the 20 idea method. Okay, I saw this thing somewhere online. I actually love it. The 20 idea method. Let me put it this way. It's more of like an analytical or a science approach to your problems. Now let's say you are looking for a solution to a problem, you want to solve something, and you don't know the answer to your problem, you don't know the solution to your problem. Now, take a pen and paper, you write down 1 to 20, you write the first 5 ideas or the first 5 solutions that you can think of for that problem. You write the first 5 solutions you can think of. You write the next 5 down to the 20th. Now, the first 5 you are going to write is going to be very easy. You'll be able to think about it. I mean, it will come like an instinct. The next 5 will be quite difficult. The next 5 will be very, very difficult. The last 5 can take you days to come up with something. In the last 5 solutions you are going to write down, that's where you find your answer. Now, for someone like me, I've actually built a lot of business. I've worked with people. I've built businesses from scratch. I've worked on many businesses. Some have failed. Some have been successful. Now, for startups, or for some of us that build businesses or that work with businesses, and we try to be very creative in our thinking, we follow this idea a lot. Trust me, if you come to me now and say you want to make money, I can tell you, write down 20 ways or 20 methods you feel you can be able to achieve this amount of money. Let's say you want to make $1 million, you want to make 10 million naira. I'll tell you, write down 20 ways you can make 10 million naira. Your answer, trust me, your answer, you will find it in the last 5 to 7 lists, or the last 5 to 7 notes on your list. That's where you find your answer, because as you keep thinking, it's going to be very difficult. It will take days, because it's not easy to just bring out something from your head, but as you keep thinking, you find your answer. So that's one of my key points. Another one of my key points I have here is stop complaining. You need mental toughness to survive here. The universe is giving. Now, if you come to my sitting room, I have a very big quote in the sitting room. What you see there is the universe is giving. And that quote is the driving force to how I think. Like I said, when I started this presentation, the person that I said is 1 + 1 is 2. Life is not rocket science. If you want to make 1 million naira, you have to make a lot of thousands that will sum up to 1 million naira. 1 million naira won't fly from God knows where. So when I say the universe is giving, what I'm saying is you cannot show me somebody that will consistently go to the gym, work out every day, eat healthy, and is not looking fit. You cannot show me. So same way, you cannot show me somebody that will also, let me tell you, I'm not trying to bring spiritual factor here. You cannot show me somebody that reads, that's smart generally, that reads a lot, and that reads multiple times, and that's not doing well academically. It's not possible. Life is not rocket science. Now, I said repetition is the mother of learning. If you meet students, people that read a lot, even if you meet students, distinction students, some of them read one particular thing up to 10 times, up to 5 times, up to 7 times. They read multiple times. Repetition is the mother of learning. So, same way I'm saying the universe is giving, everything you want is out there. It's left for you to go and take it. I started learning boxing professionally as a sport, like early this year. And I was telling my friend that life is actually too simple, and the universe is giving. In the sense that if they come right now to this room and say they're going to give anybody that can work out like Mike Tyson, like just do the workouts, only workout, don't fight anybody, just do the workouts for 1 year straight, all his workouts, and you're going to give that person $1 million. 99% of us here will not do it. And you know what's stopping us from not doing it? It's not because Mike Tyson is bigger than us. No. What's stopping us from not doing it is because we are weak to do it. It's our decision to do it. I mean, it's to lift dumbbells. Anybody can lift up dumbbells. Anybody can go to the gym. Anybody can do push-up. What is stopping us from doing it is our mental toughness. It's us that is stopping ourselves from doing it. Not that Mike Tyson has 3 hands. No. We're the ones stopping ourselves from doing it. And there's one thing about discipline. Life is, I see life from a very analytical point of view. The way some of us see discipline is different from what discipline actually means. Discipline is not, people that you see that are disciplined, they're not performing magic. Or, it's not one, I feel like, I'm very sure 90% of us here don't understand the concept of discipline. So I'm going to break it down. Now, discipline is a technical change. Let me put it this way. It's a technical change. If I'm going to the gym every day, I am not able to do that. I'm able to do that because I'm different from you. We're not the same thing. So don't think I wake up and go to the gym the next day because I'm able to fight procrastination the next day. No. I wake up the next day feeling like I'm going to the gym with ease because that's me. I've undergone a change. So people that you see that are disciplined, they don't struggle to be disciplined. They easily do it because they've undergone that change by trying to do that thing numerous times, and they keep showing up. So they are different from you. People that you see waking up to read by 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day. And you're saying, how is this guy not battling with trying to sleep and stuff? He's not struggling to do it. It's different from you. It's not you. People are different. So if you're trying to be disciplined at anything, the first thing is you have to try to do it, struggle to do it repeatedly. When you break that threshold, you've become that particular thing. You find yourself easily doing it. You are now different. You're not like that other person. I know how to play the keyboard very well. I've been playing the keyboard for like 12 to 15 years now. I can close my eyes and play the keyboard easily. And I'm not doing it because I know how to move my fingers well. Or I know how to maneuver my fingers. I'm doing it because that's me already. I just find myself easily. I'm not struggling to do it. So I'm a trader. I actually trade the forex market. Not just the forex market, other market. I tell people when I'm talking about trading a lot, I tell people, if you're battling with psychology, or you're battling with sticking to your trading plan, or you're battling with trading errors, it's because you've not undergone that change to be a better, you've not undergone that change that you're now a better trader. How do I mean? I normally give my students a test. I tell them, if you can take your next 10 trades without error, you've already passed that threshold. So when I mean take your next 10 trades without error is, that 10 trades that you're trying to take now, you will struggle so hard to take it. But if you're able to take it, that is, you struggle, that's like if you're fighting for your life, you struggle so hard to take it. If you're able to struggle and beat that threshold, you find yourself easily taking your next trade. The 11th trade to be easy, to be part of it. You won't make errors. The 12th trade, you will trade it that way. And you keep doing it because that's now you. You're now different. So, there's one thing that's actually helped me very well in life. I know how to analyze things from from a 1+1 point of view, I keep telling people life is not rocket science. 1+1 will always be 2. 1+1 is not 100. So if you want something, you have a target or whatever you're trying to achieve, you can always break it down into simpler steps that will add up to give you what you want to achieve. That's one of my key points. So another key point I have, I'm going to be very, very fast, is there's this Gen Z mentality pandemic that is going on right now. Gen Z mentality pandemic is a pandemic where we have a lot of Gen Zs that want to get overpaid for doing nothing or just for living, because most of us, most Gen Zs right now, you don't really have no much responsibilities. You come online, people are posting anything, you're just, the only thing you want to do is post on Instagram. You spend more time trying to prove to somebody you have money than you actually enjoying the money you claim you have. So your goal is to actually convince me that you have money. Your goal is not for you to enjoy your money. So there's this Gen Z, and it's happening. I remember when there's a product I'm working on. I'm building a startup right now. I'm building a business, and it's a very, very solid business. I won't say much about it, but I remember when we were looking for like tech guys to work with. I posted application for emails. I got a lot of emails, like so many emails, and I was talking to them. All of them were just speaking English. None of them really can do it. And the first thing is, before they even talk to you, they'll send you price lists, send you everything, all of them. When we get to the review, like, none of them are actually able to perform the task. And I told my friend, like, the Nigeria tech system right now is very, very, like, I feel like we have more people that talk in tech than people that can actually do the job. Because the tool we're actually trying to, we're building is an AI-driven tool, and it's actually very, very deep. And we're trying to develop the app, not just normal app developing, like core APIs, integrations, and the rest. But further that, a lot of people just talk. I'm a tech bro, I know how to develop app. Well, do it, you've not done any app before, or show me the app you've done. You're showing me a Figma file. Like, people just talk. They can't really do what they claim. And these things happen with Gen Z a lot. You see Gen Z, you just learned graphic designing yesterday. You have gone and put one or two things on your bio. The next thing they text you, say $100 to design a flyer. you want to use one person's flyer to build house. And that's now, like, you won't grow that way, trust me. And they don't even, I'm not saying you should not charge for your value. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying you should not compliment what your value for money is very good. But make sure, most of the time, make sure you're over-delivering for money. When I mean over-delivering, I'm not saying, there's a way, but make sure whatever you're doing is worth it. Whatever you're doing is worth it. So, I'll be rounding up. One of the remaining few things I'm going to say is summary of what I've said so far. 1+1 is 2. Keep telling yourself 1+1 is 2. And life is not rocket. Anything you want, you have to break it down into simple. How do you achieve it? How you want to make $1 million? $1 million will not fly from heaven. What do you do? What will you compound to $1 million? What written down structure will you add up that will give you that 1 million? You want to be the best in your class, or you want to be the best in anything. You want to be so and so in your career and all of that. Break it down into simple tasks. And I'm not a motivational speaker. That's also another point of another thing about me. I don't motivate people. If you want to be the best, you go ahead and work so hard to be the best. And if you don't want to be the best, I mean, it's your choice. You can choose not to be the best. There are a lot of people that want to be the best. They will try. And if also they don't want to be the best, it's their choice. I don't convince or force people to believe me, because in life, let me tell you something now. In life, everybody's right, everybody's wrong. It's just all about perspective and point of view. In your reality, you may be right. In my own reality, you may be wrong. It's just all about point of view. In your reality, it is impossible for somebody to make 10 million naira in a month. In another person's reality, it is possible. In your reality, some things are impossible. And that's why I don't judge people. When I relate to people, I always try to see things from an open point of view, from the person's own reality too. And at the end of the day, whatever we want for ourselves is what we'll do, or what we'll work towards to achieve our own personal goals. So, 2 things I'm leaving us with. First one is 1+1 is 2. That life is not rocket science. And second is the 20 idea method. Start using it to tackle your problems. Trust me, the first 5 ideas will be very easy, but the last 5, Some of you may not even find it, or it will take like 1 month. When you finally get an answer, I mean a reasonable answer, don't be delusional to yourself. There's one thing about life too. You cannot lie to yourself. There are times I'm trying to talk to some people and I'm trying to like let them know some things. I know that the person is trying to argue with me. I won't really want to argue. I would just want to tell you what I know is the truth because I know that you cannot lie to yourself. So at the end of the day, you may use your mouth to counter me and say, you can say a lot of things, but deep down in your heart, you already know is the truth. And that's one thing about the truth. The truth is something that you cannot just say it is not the truth. It will always be the truth. So start using the 20 idea method to approach your problems. Understand that for everything you want in life, you have to walk towards it in bits. And the ideal world is different from the real world. The ideal world, the world you create in your head, is different from the real world. The real world is another ball game entirely. The real world, ideally, I don't know what I'm about to say now may be hurtful, but ideally, all lives are equal. But in the real world, all lives may not be equal. And that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm not coming from a spiritual point of view right now. That's the truth. So there's an ideal world and there's a real world. Stop living your life or stop walking towards your goal ideally. Start walking towards it like you are in the real world. Ideally, you can have all the BSc, you can know book. You can be the BGS and the real world. I have friends in my school. I'm actually, like I said, I'm in medical school. I have friends in school that are very, very smart. And in school environment, everybody knows that this person is very smart. Everybody's hailing the person, but once it's a different environment, that person is actually irrelevant. Like that person becomes relevant. Like that person can be in a place that nobody even know because in that environment, when we now go into the real world, I mean, there's really no value the person is going to provide. You're not a doctor yet. So that person can actually be totally irrelevant. Like totally irrelevant. So you have to approach life from the real world point of view. It's actually very different from the ideal world. The ideal world is just what you create in your head. The real world is the actual truth. And we can never shy away from it. It will always remain the truth. So now, my question